Hello, how are you? My name is Hayley and welcome to Settohike. This is a channel that is all about hiking, and in today's video we are back in the kitchen. I'm going to show you how you can make your own dehydrated minced beef. For this recipe you will need 500 grams of lean minced beef. If you can dehydrate minced beef, you will be covering off one of the fundamentals about the entire dehydration process, and that is that fat does not do well in the dehydrator. It basically means that your food can spoil. So there are a few funny things to do in this process because of that reason, but the first thing that you can do is try and find the leanest minced beef that you can. So the supermarkets will usually list how much percent meat and how much percent fat will be on it. So this one, for example, is 95% meat and 5% fat. So if you find the leanest that you can, you're off to a good start. Step 1. Heat up your pan and place in your beef. Because we are sticking to our golden rule of trying to minimize as much fat as possible, we won't be using any oil. So just make sure your pan is non-stick. As the meat is cooking, try and chop down any larger chunks, as the smaller the pieces, the faster it can dehydrate. Once your beef is cooked, remove it from the heat. Step 2. Place your cooked meat into a strainer. Boil a full kettle and pour boiling water over your meat. You can then rinse the meat under the tap with warm water. Sift through the meat with your fingers. This is your chance to break down any more larger chunks of meat. This rinsing process again will help reduce any of the fats. You can stop rinsing once you feel that the meat is no longer greasy on your fingers. Now you are ready for the dehydrator. So obviously dehydrators will have lots of holes in them for airflow, and when you put the mincemeat on, it's just going to fall through the holes. So most dehydrators will come with something like this, which is to make fruit roll. Obviously one is not going to be enough, so you can just cut small little strips of aluminium foil and place it on your dehydrator and put your mincemeat onto the foil. Step 3. Wait for the meat to cool before placing it onto the trays of your dehydrator. Evenly spread the beef onto the trays. Turn your dehydrator on to its highest setting. Keep checking back every couple of hours to rotate your trays, and make sure there are no larger clumps that have stuck together. This process usually takes 8 to 12 hours. You know the beef will be done as it will be quite hard. So there you have your dehydrated minced beef. It's obviously a lot lighter and a lot smaller. So now all you have to do is package it ready for hiking. I've obviously made an entire another meal here to put this beef with, but I'm just going to divide it into 4 serves. Remember that you can also vacuum seal your food if you own a vacuum sealer. So now I'm going to demonstrate how you can rehydrate your minced beef. So you're going to boil just enough water so that the water line will cover just to the top of your food. So once your water is boiled, you can then pour in your food and let it sit for about 10 minutes. It can be tricky at first to judge the right amount of water you need, but you'll soon have the eye for it. Boiling your water first will save on fuel. After your food has sat for 10 minutes, it will come out the other side edible and delicious. So hopefully you are now a master at dehydrating minced beef. Don't forget to write on the packaging the date that you made it and what's inside it. I'm going to store these in the freezer, but if your trip is close by, you can store them in the fridge. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.